fellow newcomers will work very hard to make as much money as they can to give to me.
Before Graham Baker created cinema's most provocative immigration allegory, Alien Nation was dismissed as too political and unmarketable by studios who feared audiences wouldn't accept a buddy cop movie that directly confronted American racism and xenophobia. The cast has finally revealed shocking secrets that will transform your understanding of this groundbreaking social commentary disguised as science fiction. The film that studios tried to bury. What most fans don't realize is that Alien Nation was rejected by multiple studios who considered it an unmarketable combination of science fiction, police procedural, and civil rights commentary that audiences supposedly wouldn't accept during the Reagan era's conservative political climate. Hollywood couldn't understand how a film about alien refugees could work as mainstream entertainment while addressing controversial immigration issues. James Caan revealed years later that he initially refused the project. "I thought it was too heavy-handed and preachy. Why would audiences want to see a cop movie that lectured them about prejudice and tolerance? It seemed like career suicide to take on something so politically charged." The actor's resistance reflected industry-wide concerns about mixing entertainment with social activism. Writer Caan O'Bannon disclosed that studio executives demanded he remove the slavery backstory and immigration parallels. They wanted just the buddy cop elements without the political commentary. They said audiences wouldn't accept being told they were racist while watching a popcorn movie. The film's core message was considered too confrontational for mainstream consumption. Producer Gail Ann Hurd noted how the project's social themes intimidated financiers. "We were proposing to make a film that directly addressed American xenophobia and racial tensions through science fiction metaphor. The budget seemed risky for what studios considered a niche political statement rather than commercial entertainment. The ambitious social commentary challenged both audience expectations and box office projections for genre filmmaking." The makeup marathon that nearly killed the actors. The newcomer prosthetics weren't just impressive special effects. They were 6-hour daily ordeals that required actors to endure physical torture while maintaining emotional performances under suffocating conditions. What the cast revealed about working in these elaborate disguises shows how practical effects created authentic alien performances that CGI couldn't replicate. Mandy Patinkin disclosed the brutal reality of wearing full newcomer makeup. "Every day began at 3 a.m. for 6 hours of prosthetic application. The latex and adhesives made breathing difficult, and the contact lenses limited my vision. I was essentially performing while wearing a torture device that affected every aspect of my physical existence." The makeup's psychological impact influenced the actor's understanding of otherness and discrimination. "Wearing the prosthetics made me genuinely feel like an outsider," revealed Patinkin. "People on set treated me differently when I was in full newcomer makeup. The physical transformation created authentic emotional responses to prejudice and exclusion that enhanced my performance. The sweltering Los Angeles heat made the makeup even more unbearable during outdoor filming. We were genuinely suffering in those conditions," noted Terrence Stamp, who played the newcomer Elder William Harcourt. "The physical discomfort wasn't acting. We were experiencing real distress that made our characters' struggles feel completely authentic rather than performed. The practical effects became method acting tools that enhanced the aliens' credible portrayal of refugee experiences. The immigration allegory that terrified Reagan's Hollywood Alien Nation wasn't just science fiction entertainment, it was Caan O'Bannon's deliberate critique of American immigration policy and racial attitudes that drew uncomfortable parallels between alien refugees and real marginalized communities. What the cast discovered about the film's political themes shows how science fiction can address controversial subjects through metaphorical storytelling. The newcomer's slave ship backstory was deliberately modeled on African American historical experiences to make the immigration parallels undeniable. Our characters represented every refugee group that America has both welcomed and rejected, disclosed Mandy Patinkin. The film forced audiences to confront their own prejudices by making the other literally alien while highlighting universal human experiences of displacement and discrimination. The slag slur was carefully crafted to mirror real racial epithets and their psychological impact on targeted communities. That word was designed to make audiences uncomfortable with casual prejudice, noted James Caan. Hearing it directed at the newcomers was supposed to remind people of how dehumanizing language perpetuates discrimination and violence against any group considered different or threatening. The film's portrayal of economic competition between humans and newcomers reflected actual tensions surrounding immigration and job displacement. The movie addressed real fears about immigrants taking jobs while showing how those fears are manipulated by people in power, revealed O'Bannon. The newcomers' superior strength and intelligence made human insecurity more understandable while questioning whether those fears justified discriminatory treatment. James Caan's transformation from action star to social activist Matthew Sykes wasn't just another tough cop. He was James Caan's vehicle for exploring his own prejudices and assumptions about otherness while learning to see beyond surface differences. What Caan revealed about developing this character shows how the role challenged his personal beliefs and acting approach. Caan disclosed his initial resistance to the film's political message. "I didn't want to be in a lecture about tolerance. I thought audiences would reject being preached to about racism. But working with Mandy made me understand how the story could change people's perspectives through emotional connection rather than just intellectual argument." The actor's method acting approach included observing real police officers working in diverse communities to understand how prejudice affects law enforcement. "I studied how cops interact with immigrant communities and minorities," Caan explained. Sykes had to feel like a real person whose bigotry was learned behavior that could be unlearned through genuine relationship and shared experience. Caan's personal growth during filming influenced his interpretation of Sykes' character arc. "I realized I had my own unconscious biases that affected how I saw people. The role forced me to examine my assumptions while showing how friendship can overcome prejudice when people are willing to be vulnerable and honest." The character's evolution reflected the actor's own journey toward greater empathy and social awareness. The Tenctonese culture that felt more real than human society. The newcomer civilization wasn't just alien backdrop. It was carefully constructed society with language, customs, biology, and social structures that both paralleled and challenged human assumptions about gender, reproduction, family, and community organization. What the cast revealed about learning Tenctonese culture shows how detailed world building enhanced their performances. The three-gender reproductive system was designed to challenge human assumptions about sexuality and family structures while creating believable alien biology. The newcomer's reproductive cycle required 3 individuals and created different family dynamics than human societies, disclosed Mandy Patinkin. "Understanding their biology helped me portray George as someone from a genuinely different culture, rather than just a human in alien makeup." The Tenctonese language was developed with linguistic consultants to create believable alien communication that actors could learn and speak convincingly. "We spent weeks learning basic Tenctonese phrases and understanding the grammar structure," noted Susan Francisco actress Michelle Scarabelli. "The language felt real and functional, which made our characters' bilingual experience more authentic than just using gibberish or subtitles." The newcomer religious and social customs were based on research into actual refugee and immigrant community traditions. Their cultural practices had to feel both alien and recognizably humanoid, revealed production designer Jack T. Collis. "We created customs that seemed strange to humans while reflecting universal themes about spirituality, community, and survival that any displaced population might develop." The behind-the-scenes racism that mirrored the film. The production environment wasn't immune to the prejudices the film criticized. Real tensions emerged between cast and crew members that reflected the very discrimination Alien Nation was exposing. What the actors revealed about on-set dynamics shows how art can reveal uncomfortable truths about the artists creating it. Some crew members initially treated actors in newcomer makeup with unconscious discomfort and distance that paralleled the fictional prejudice. People would avoid eye contact or speak differently to us when we were in full alien prosthetics, disclosed Mandy Patinkin. The makeup revealed how appearance influences social interaction even among people who consider themselves unprejudiced. James Caan revealed that he initially felt uncomfortable working closely with actors in elaborate alien makeup. I had to examine my own reactions to the prosthetics and realize how easily surface differences can create psychological barriers. The film forced me to confront my own capacity for unconscious bias. The deleted scenes that would have sparked riots. The director's cut wasn't just extended footage. It contained graphic depictions of alien oppression and human racism that would have fundamentally altered the film's rating and commercial viability. What the cast revealed about lost scenes shows how studio censorship sanitized the original script's harder edges. Extended slave ship sequences were cut for being too disturbing and politically inflammatory. We filmed scenes showing the brutal conditions that brought the newcomers to Earth, disclosed director Graham Baker. The footage was so graphic and emotionally devastating that studios feared it would overshadow the buddy cop elements and alienate mainstream audiences. Additional scenes depicting systematic discrimination against newcomers in housing, employment, and education were removed for being too heavy-handed. Those sequences showed how institutional racism operates in everyday life, revealed Rockne S. O'Bannon. Without them, audiences missed seeing how prejudice becomes embedded in social systems rather than just individual attitudes. Cut dialogue included more explicit parallels between newcomer experiences and real immigrant communities. We had conversations directly comparing alien and human refugee experiences, noted Mandy Patinkin. The theatrical version removed most direct political commentary to maintain the science fiction disguise, but the original script was much more confrontational about American immigration hypocrisy. The TV series legacy that shocked everyone. The television continuation wasn't just franchise expansion, it was unprecedented opportunity to explore the film's themes in greater depth while addressing contemporary social issues through ongoing character development. What the cast revealed about the series' unexpected success shows how good science fiction creates lasting cultural impact. The TV show's 5-season run surprised everyone involved with the original film. We never expected the movie to generate enough interest for a television series, disclosed James Caan. The fact that audiences wanted to continue exploring these themes showed how hungry people were for entertainment that addressed real social issues through science fiction metaphor. Gary Graham's casting as Detective Sykes allowed the TV series to maintain continuity while expanding the character's development. Taking over James Caan's role was intimidating, but it allowed us to explore prejudice and tolerance over multiple seasons rather than just one film, Graham revealed. The series could address different social issues each week while maintaining the core relationship dynamics. The show's longevity demonstrated that audiences were ready for science fiction that directly confronted social problems. Alien Nation proved that genre entertainment could successfully combine commercial appeal with serious political commentary, noted Eric Pierpoint, who played George Francisco in the series. The show's success influenced how later science fiction approached contemporary social issues. Watch Alien Nation again with appreciation for its groundbreaking blend of entertainment and activism, its influence on science fiction television, and its prescient warnings about American xenophobia and social division. Notice how every element serves larger themes about tolerance, integration, and the courage required to overcome learned prejudice through genuine human connection. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into science fiction's most socially relevant achievements. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads, and let us know in the comments whether you think the film's immigration themes are more or less relevant today. The future is now, and we're all newcomers here.